Everyone pictures Japan's big cities as swarms of people, a constant rush. They imagine crowds everywhere, a never-ending noise. But step into a local Tokyo street, or even a main path in Kyoto, and a weird calm washes over you. It's not empty, people are all around. Yet, the usual city chaos simply disappears. There's a hidden force creating this peace that goes way beyond simple manners. So what's actually going on here? Man, we're talking about Tokyo, one of the biggest, most crowded cities on the entire planet. And yeah, of course some places are packed. If you go to Shibuya Crossing or the big temples in Kyoto, you're gonna see crowds. That's what everyone expects. But that's not the whole story. Not even close. The real secret to Japan's calm isn't about finding hidden gems or just avoiding people. It's something much deeper, built right into the daily habits and the way people think. It's a kind of shared mindset that puts the group first, and that changes everything about how a city feels. So today, we're going to break down exactly what that is. We'll look at the little things people do every day, and the bigger cultural ideas that make Japan's busy cities, and even its quiet suburbs, feel so incredibly peaceful. Let's figure out why it just feels different. So you might be thinking this is all part of some master plan. That Japanese cities are carefully planned out with special quiet zones and noise-canceling architecture. But the truth is, it's not really about the buildings or the city layout. The real secret is something much more human. It's about rhythm. Think about a typical residential neighborhood on a weekday morning. It can feel almost eerily silent. You might walk for blocks and feel like you're the only person for miles. But it's not a ghost town. The quiet comes from the simple, predictable rhythm of daily life. During the day, most people are at work or school. The streets naturally fall silent. This calm isn't an accident, and it's not created just by being far away from the action. It's woven into the schedule of the day itself. But that's only half the story. The other, much bigger piece, is the mindset. It is this powerful, unspoken rule that guides so much of daily life here. Think of the group before you think of yourself. This one idea changes everything. It's why people automatically switch their phones to silent mode on the train. It's why they don't have loud, personal conversations in public. It's why you rarely hear a car horn in traffic. Each person is making a conscious effort to not disturb the peace of the people around them. Do not be a burden. It's a million small, considerate choices that people make every single minute. And this isn't something enforced by police or written down in a rulebook. It's just how things are done. It's a culture of mutual respect that's taught from a very young age. So when you add it all up, the quiet rhythm of the suburbs and this deep sense of thinking about others, you get a powerful result. The calm you feel in Japan isn't engineered with concrete and steel. It's engineered with culture. It's a quiet built by millions of people all agreeing, without saying a word, to create a peaceful space together. But what does that actually look like on the ground? Well, there is a simple phrase someone once used that sums it all up perfectly. They said, Japan is the place where people think for others more than they think for themselves. That's it. That's the master key that unlocks everything. It's not a law you read in a book. It's an unspoken agreement. A silent contract that everyone signs just by being part of society. It's the invisible force that guides millions of tiny decisions every day. Keep your voice down on the train. Don't block the aisle with your bag. Form an orderly line without even being asked. Every action is filtered through one simple question: how will this affect the people around me? The goal is to take up less space, to make less noise, to be less of a burden. And when an entire city of millions of people is doing that all at once, the result is a powerful, collective quiet. Now, of course, that perfect image isn't the whole story. Japan isn't some silent utopia. Far from it. Go to a train station and you hear a mashup of competing announcements and jingles from all directions. Walk down the street during election season, and you'll see politicians in vans, shouting their message through giant speakers. And yes, in some neighborhoods, you might even hear the roar of local motorcycle gangs at night. So the quiet isn't absolute. And it definitely disappears in the places most tourists want to see. Think about Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo. Or the famous bamboo forest in Arashiyama, Kyoto. If you go in the middle of the day, it's not peaceful. It's intense. A solid wall of people. But there is the amazing part. Even in the middle of that chaos, that same cultural mindset is still at work. It's less about being quiet, and more about creating order. There is a flow. People aren't just shoving past each other. They move together, making small adjustments to let others through. There's a shared understanding, a collective effort to make the crowd work. That deep-seated habit of thinking about the group keeps the whole thing from falling into total chaos. So if you're looking for that legendary Japanese calm, the secret is timing. Visit those popular spots super early in the morning or late at night. That's when you'll feel it. You'll see how these spaces are meant to feel when they're not being pushed to their absolute limit. You see the unspoken rules in their natural habitat, quietly creating a space that works for everyone. But this idea of unspoken rules goes way beyond just being polite in a crowd. It's woven into the very rhythm of daily life. And that rhythm is built on one powerful, almost invisible foundation: predictability. Think about it. The feeling of stress often comes from the unknown. Not knowing if your train will be late. Not knowing if a store will be open. Not knowing if you'll get stuck in some random, unexpected traffic jam. In Japan, a huge amount of effort goes into removing that kind of uncertainty. The chaos you see in those big, famous spots? It's predictable chaos. Everyone knows when rush hour hits. Tourists know that the famous temples in Kyoto will be packed between 10 de la mañana and 3 de la tarde. It's a known quantity. You can plan for it, or you can plan around it. It's not random. It follows a script. And that script runs through everything. This is where the real, deep-seated calm comes from. It's not about finding a place with no people. It's about finding the pulse of a place. The quiet isn't created by getting away from it all, it's created by rhythm. You see it in the small towns, where shops open and close at the exact same time, every single day, year after year. You feel it at the local market, where the morning routine of sellers setting up and neighbors stopping by the chat unfolds like a well-rehearsed play. Even the garbage collection is a perfect example. In many neighborhoods, there are no big dumpsters. Instead, everyone knows which day is for burnables, which is for plastics, which is for cans. On that morning, the whole neighborhood puts out their specific, neatly tied bags in a designated spot, and a few hours later, it all disappears without a trace. It's a small thing, but it's a perfect symbol of the larger system. Everyone knows their role. Everyone knows the schedule. And everyone trusts that the system will work exactly as expected. This shared, predictable routine means you spend less mental energy worrying about the small frictions of life. The train will be on time. The package you ordered will arrive exactly in the 2-hour window you selected. The convenience store will be stocked with what you need, day or night. When all these little things are dependable, it creates a huge sense of stability. It's a quiet confidence that the world around you is orderly and reliable. That's the real secret. It's not just a quiet of low volume. It's a quiet of the mind. It's the peace that comes from living in a world that's been carefully, collectively, and quietly structured to just work. So, what started as a simple observation of calm in busy Japanese cities turns out to be something much deeper. It's not about special buildings or hidden zones. Instead, this peace comes from millions of people collectively deciding to make their shared world work better.